on the way back?
On the way that hasn't happened yet.
The way we haven't got to the bottom of.
The way at the very core.
The way at the center.
The way that centers itself.
The way it corners itself.
The way that corners others.
The way that paints itself into a hole.
The way that puts it in a nutshell.
The way that is making some people want to cry.
The way that has a semi-stick up its ass.
Oh.
The way that might call for an intervention.
The way that slips into its sandals easily.
The way that struggles incessantly.
The way that rotates perpetually.
The way that is orbiting.
The way that is raw.
The way that is bop, 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 bop.
The way that is
The way that I am and will be someday.
The way that it ought to be.
The way that it was.
The way we were.
The way the sun and stars wheel across the sky.
The way that tries for awareness without love.
The way that is desert-like.
The way that is somewhere up the coast.
The way that would take a miracle to find them.
The way that comes down to us on a beam.
The way that pursues us still.
The way that is a cloud glowing like a coral reef.
The way that knows nothing of how to lose the thought.
The way that easily blows petals off flowers.
The way that was psychoanalyzed in Stone Mountain, Georgia.
Good.
The way that is standing still, one leg drawn up. Ooh, nice leg.
The way that is made out of clay.
The way that is hollow cheeked, aquiline nosed.
The way under a poncho.
Ooh.
The way that is building walls out of stacked rocks.
The way that's an occasional dream.
The way that cleansed the palate.
The way involved in legendary sessions.
The way to start levitating now.
Yes.
The way not to get your head caught.
The way that is the actual temperament of things.
The way that is as careful as it is reckless.
The way that is a seed afraid of its soil.
The way that hatches eggs to keep itself alive.
The way that is hungry for color.
The way that is the beginning.
Energy on the way out.
Energy on the way back.
all people, earth people, water people, I breathe and I speak. I breathe and I speak to you. To everyone and everything around me. To you who listen to the music. To you who do not listen to the music. To the roar of the outside and to the roar of the inside. To the air speeding through the passes from the desert to the sea. To the air drifting slowly back to the mountains, high and patient. To the moisture rising straight up in a cloud, tower-like and white. To the moisture returning, isolated in the drips and drops that bounce and roll down nylon and gutters. To evaporation, to the way out, to the way back.